Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining us for today's presentation. My name is Marissa, an attorney with Legal Aid of North Carolina's Helpline. Today, we have attorney Natalia Watkins and Tyson Moy presenting for us. If you are unfamiliar with the format of this event, first, our presenters are going to review a PowerPoint presentation. At the end of the presentation, we will have a question and answer session. If at any point during the presentation you have questions, you can put them in the Q&A box on Zoom or the comments section on Facebook. We'll review all questions put in the chat boxes during the Q&A session at the end. Please remember that this is a public forum and Legal Aid is not representing you at this time. Our presenters will go over this in more detail, but please remember to keep your questions as general as possible as we cannot provide any legal advice specific to your individual situation. The session will end when there are no more questions, and regardless of where we are, we will have a hard stop at 2 p.m. With all that being said, I'm going to pass it over to our presenters to get us started.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Tyson Moy. I am an intern at Legal Aid of North Carolina, and today we're going to be talking about Medicaid of North Carolina's tailored plans. So our agenda for today is we'll start with some basics on the plans, then we'll talk about who enrolls in them and what that process looks like, and then what to do once you have your tailored plan and finding coverage that works best for you. So tailored plan basics. So the tailored plans include both behavioral health and physical health for their enrollees. Normally, you have to get all your care from a provider who's in network with the tailored plan that you are in. Your tailored plan is determined based off which administrative county you're in. We'll go over the map towards the middle of this presentation. And the four main categories of people who will be put into tailored plans under North Carolina Medicaid are people suffering from serious mental illness, severe substance use disorders, people who have suffered a traumatic brain injury, and people with intellectual or developmental disabilities. These tailored plans are to provide advanced mental health, substance use, and assistance to people in those categories. If you are not enrolled in a tailored plan, you'll most likely find yourself in a North Carolina Medicaid Direct plan, where you will receive similar services from your local management entity or your managed care organization, LME or MCO. While if you are in the tailored plan, that tailored plan will serve as your LME/MCO. The thing that makes tailored plans different from the direct plans is that everything is brought together under a tailored plan care manager. They include additional services such as wellness programs, non-emergency medical transportation for your Medicaid covered services. This can include to your appointments, as well as to other parts included within the tailored plan that we'll discuss a little later. The access to the tailored care manager is the big thing that we're going to talk about coming up, but essentially it's a more holistic version of Medicaid that provides additional services to qualified patients. Finally, on this slide, I just want to mention the coaching to help find and keep a job that suits the patient. This is something you would work through with your tailored care manager to find meaningful work that can fit into your lifestyle, as well as meet the requirements of the issues that have put you onto a tailored plan. So what those tailored care managers do is help you get the care that you need. This includes both your health and your well-being, so you don't have to do it alone. The main part of that is going to be the doctors and the specialists you need. They can also provide help with accessing housing resources, food and nutrition resources, those rides to your and from your appointments, support with some of those chronic conditions for people on the tailored plans, as well as your prescription and medical supplies, your hospital admissions, transfers, discharge, and then it's your direct contact for all things Medicaid. And this is if you are on one of these tailored plans, you will have a tailored care manager assigned to you who will be your point of contact for all of these services. The major differences between the standard plan and the tailored plan, beyond those care managers is that the standard plans are based on your residential county where you live versus the tailored plans being focused on your administrative county, the county that manages the beneficiary's Medicaid case. Here's the map that I brought up earlier. A lot of people we have found will, when we ask them what sort of healthcare they're on, or if a provider is asking what healthcare they're on, won't immediately know that they're on Medicaid. It's causing a little bit of confusion, but it is getting better as we've gotten past Medicaid expansion a few years ago and the rollout of the tailored plans last year. You'll note that the division of the different tailored plans are roughly geographic, with Eastern North Carolina being in the Trillium, Western North Carolina being in the Via, partners covering parts of the Central West, and then the major urban areas around Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, and Charlotte being included in the Alliance Plan. One note on the traumatic brain injury waiver. So Alliance Health is the only tailored plan that provides that coverage. So if you are entering a tailored plan with a TBI waiver, you will be assigned to Alliance Health, with the one exception of Harnett County, which is located near Fayetteville, in which you will be put into a separate plan. Who enrolls? So there are three enrollment populations when we're talking about tailored plan under North Carolina Medicaid. People who are mandatorily put into the plans, people who are exempt but may opt in, and those individuals who are excluded from the tailored plans. The eligible populations that will be automatically put into a tailored plan while they are applying to Medicaid are those people who have the intellectual or developmental disabilities, their TBIs, children in the foster care system who are enrolled in the innovations or TBI waiver programs, children's age 0 to 3 who are at risk or have been diagnosed with a developmental delay or disability, among others. More information on those specific qualifications can be found at the website hyperlinked on this slide. The exempt population is essentially the federally recognized tribal members or individuals who qualify for services through Indian Health Services. These individuals are still allowed to opt in to the the tailored program, but are not required to join. Finally, our excluded populations are those who are not able to get into a tailored plan, but will have other access and other plans under North Carolina Medicaid. So this can include people who are not on the innovations or TBI waiver, people who are using community alternative programs, children in foster care who are not on the innovation or TBI waiver, and family planning only beneficiaries. So understanding your tailored plan. North Carolina Medicaid and the Department of Social Services have set up several helpful links, and each of the four tailored plan options, again, those are the geographically based uh, tailored plans, have their websites, have their phone numbers, and are fairly responsive to beneficiaries' needs. Each of these will have a search tool on their website that will allow you to to find providers in your area that accept that specific tailored plan that can be found at the websites currently on the page. There was some initial difficulties when the tailored plans launched, with providers and other representatives within the tailored plans kind of struggling to figure out who exactly was in their network and where their beneficiaries could go. A lot of that has worked out by this point, and the system is running more smoothly. But if you are having issues, what you can do as a Medicaid member is make a list of all of your providers, including the specialists that you go to for care, using those tailored plan provider networks on the site that was shown previously, and make sure that those specialists and those providers are within your tailored plan network or are willing to enroll. If there's any confusion, you should feel free to call those tailored plan member service lines or speak to your provider directly to confirm if they are willing to enroll within those tailored plans. Another great benefit of being on one of these tailored plans is because you have your tailored care manager that is sort of assigned directly to the beneficiary, having them assist in assuring access to care is a great option and something that they can support. The final tool I want to talk about today is the North Carolina Medicaid Ombudsman. This is an organization that helps with all things Medicaid. They educate about North Carolina Medicaid, they provide resources, can talk to beneficiaries about their rights and responsibilities. They'll help you advocate to resolve any issues, and they can refer and connect you to community services to support your health related needs, including legal aid, us, social services, and other support for a wide variety of issues. Their number is here as well as their website. So if your care manager isn't able to help you, if you're unable to find the information yourself, they're another great resource that can help you get on track with your Medicaid tailored plan. I think we came in slightly under the 2 hour mark. So at this time, I'd like to open it for questions.
Good afternoon. I'm Natalia Watkins. I'm a staff member of Legal Aid. Just want to remind everyone the purpose of this is to offer general legal information. So you just want to make sure that you're not asking too specific of a question. If your question is very long, then likely it's not a general question. So just make sure that you're asking general questions.
Awesome. So if you have a question, you do need to either type it in the Q&A box on Zoom or the comments section on Facebook. You cannot unmute in this forum. So if you have a question, you need to post it, type it out in one of those two places. I am not seeing any questions at the moment, but gonna give just a few moments here to see if any questions do come in. All right, as I am not seeing any questions, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you to everyone for joining us, with a special thank you to our presenters. Oh, wait, spoke too soon. Um, Someone's asking if after they applied for disability, will it take a while for the benefits to kick in?
So I'll go ahead and answer this because it's not necessarily the tailored plan section. But I'm not sure the questions regarding Social Security disability or if or if Medicaid benefits. But once someone is approved pretty much for either one, those benefits would immediately pretty much kick in. They'll get a letter and all that different information about when the benefits are effective to and all those types of things. If someone does get approved for those type of benefits.
Perfect. Okay, and so again, thank you to everyone for joining us. Thank you to our presenters for presenting. If you would like to review anything that was discussed today, we have posted a recording of this presentation to our Facebook page. It will be immediately available and can be accessed with or without a Facebook account. You can also access this at any time in the future on Legal Aid of North Carolina's YouTube account. If you would like to register for one of our other lesson learns, such as child custody, tenant rights, simple divorce, you can do so on our website at www.legalaidnc.org/clinics. Thank you all so much, and I hope everyone has a great rest of their day.